Really?
Wow. You're listening to the True Bull Virtual Cast with Goonie and Nemo. Is it true? Is it bull? You decide.
It's true. All true. All true. Oh, wait. No, it's bull. Hey, tape recorder. Listen to this.
Welcome to episode 237 of the True Bull Virtual Cast with Goonie and Nemo.
All right.
Brought to you by J&T Mechanical and House of Hughes. Recorded in front of a non-paid audience.
All right.
Very upset audience.
Yeah,
from
very,
the
very non-paid.
Tactical. There he is. There he is. Sit down, sir. From the Tactical Finish Nemosa Studios in Uvalde, Texas. And also brought to you by the guy who invented Zero. Thanks for nothing.
Wait, was that a joke?
No, it's true. It was true. It really is. Really is brought to you by the guy who invented the Zero. Yes.
Okay. Where is he?
There he is. Sit down, sir. Sir.
Don't make me get up and slip you around like a bitch.
Actually, it sounded like Super Granny up and upstairs in the Tobo.
Wow.
All right. Well, anyway.
Is that kind of like the Tobin Center?
Yeah, that's what you do.
Well, that's true.
Hey, tape recorder, you still listening to this?
I'm not listening, dude. I'm a little tired right now, dude. I'm tired.
Are you?
I don't look at me. Don't I look tired?
You always look screwed up.
Wow. Well, that's true. No, I've been working with Dallas and Julian, our brother and nephew.
And who are they?
They're the owners of Tactical Finish. You know, hey, part of having a relationship and sponsors is getting down there in the trenches with them. So we not only work for our sponsors.
Working with them?
We not only
for
work
them.
for them, we work with them, we work through them.
You work to them.
2 of those days I worked in them.
Okay.
So, we lay pipe. It's what we do. So, we lay flooring sometimes when we know what we're doing. But, yeah, I've been trying to help them out, trying to learn the trade.
Good.
So that I can have, things to do when this podcast all goes to pot.
So you're going to have your own, tile company
and
your own line of grout called Goonie Goo Goo.
Wow.
Goonie Goo Goo grout.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, they gout.
That's all I got.
All I got right now is gout. I don't have grout. I've just got gout. But
that's what you get for working.
That's right. Working the weekend
is overrated.
It is. I've learned that in the last 2.5 weeks that I'm thinking of retiring again. So, I've been called a retard for years.
What?
Hey, I'm dog tired. I'm dog tired and I'm retard.
Here we go.
Dude, you know what? Another thing I just wanted to make mention of. I was looking through because I was like, we weren't supposed to do the podcast till tomorrow.
Yep.
By the way, it's a happy Tuesday, November the 7th from the fabulous Nemosa Studios. But yeah,
where did the 6th go?
We're supposed to do this on Wednesday, but because of a snafu with some tile.
I love that drink.
Exactly. It didn't get delivered on time. So we're going to move everything up a date. So here we are on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. But I was trying to do some prep while I was driving over here to make sure, hey, making sure things work. I don't like to come in, and just sit around and do nothing all day. That was the old me. That was the old me. That was October Goonie.
Oh,
okay. So now we're in November Goonie. I got that no shave November. I got the no gout,
the no gout 14th.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to get rid of that.
Yikes!
I got a bad ankle right now. I got a bum back, and I'm just not feeling good right now. I'm not myself.
Plus, you look all screwed up.
So it's true. Nothing changes. But like I said,
except the attitude of the Shady Blades.
Wow.
Have you heard them? Pretty good band.
They're snappy.
Got Mike Contreras. He came out of retirement to sing with the band again.
Awesome.
They were back in the 80s and 90s playing some great stuff from U2 to Depeche Mode. Really, really cool stuff. Look out for them. Shady Blades.
I like YouTube as well.
All right.
But anyway, like I was saying, I was trying to do some prep work for the show, and I was looking through, and guess what I found?
Lard?
No. I found an email to our email inbox.
I found lard.
Dude, so I'm going to read this. I mean, this is our very first email, so I just want you to know our Noodleful from Bakersfield, California.
Should we do a drum roll or something?
Yeah.
All right.
This is from our Noodleful from Bakersfield, California. Says it's a question here for Nemo.
Can you say that fast? Who it's from again?
Arnulfo from Bakersfield, California. Do you want me to say it like him? Soy Arnulfo con Bakersfield.
From Bakersfield?
Califas con queso. Intento la aguja, bubo chit.
Oh,
Okay, so it's a question for Nemo, so I'll ask you the question. It says, let me see.
Me?
It's kind of broken English, but let me see if I can get this right.
Huh?
If you could have dinner with any celebrity, living or dead, which would you choose?
definitely living.
That's not what I don't think
Whoa.
that's what he meant.
Definitely living.
And I'm guessing I won't ask any of these other questions because this other one says,
That's stupid.
who would you have breakfast with, living or dead? Who would you play poker with, celebrities, living or dead? So I think
Okay, so for all the above are living. I want to be living.
no, it's not what.
Don't stop believing.
Arnulfo, I apologize. It took us a year and a half to get an email, and it took us about 37 seconds to totally screw that segment up.
Well, the good thing about that,
Was there a good thing?
he gets a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Way to go, Arn.
He doesn't have an address, and it says, please don't email me back because you'll get a block from the...
Really?
Oh, no. It's not Bakersfield, California. He's sitting behind the baker in the field, and that C, the C is the cell block C.
Okay.
Between cell block C and A. It's not California. So he's by the baker in the field between cell block C and A.
Way to go.
So
So, we're not going to send him anything because you have an address.
No, I've got an address, but I'm just afraid if I send him...
So you're having
He asked,
address.
He asked if I could put some money into his account.
Well, he's got like a white sock or something?
No. It's for his.
Gout.
He needs to put it into his account so he can buy stuff from the pantry there at the Department of Corrections. There
I guess.
in California.
Out in the field,
Yeah.
behind a baker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've lost It shows that we've lost 19 listeners
I've lost 7 pounds.
already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you'll find it later on tonight.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
At Idle Beer.
I keep it in my pocket.
All right.
And keep it in my pocket.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tape recorder, listen to this. We have gotten such an hush.
Are you gonna touch
Hush.
me in the morning?
Wow.
The love boat.
Because of the
No, I don't love that
unbelievable
boat. No.
response
No.
of what's going, Grandma.
No.
We're
I got a
actually
question.
going to kick off another podcast.
Oh yes,
Yes, this is going to be.
Kick
it's-
off your shoes.
What are you going to call it? A side gig?
It's gonna be the side piece, Hito. Pero kick, because my left hand, that's my main squeeze. My right hand is my chick on the side, Hito.
Wow.
It's all right. It's all right. You gotta squeeze it on the side sometimes. Thank you. Okay, so you're gonna do another podcast?
Actually, no.
That's awesome.
No.
Hey, what is
You
it
know
gonna be
what?
called?
I
Is it
think
gonna
I
be
just
called
quit.
The Adventures of Super Granny? Is that what it's gonna be called?
I'm sure they're coming.
Yes,
Grandma.
I think Super Granny's all right.
I'm sure it
Yes.
is coming.
Oh, thank you.
Look.
Oh yes. Ooh, a pumpkin pie martini. Oh, thank you if I will. Oh
Okay.
yes. Here, let me put it in my mouth. Oh,
Super Granny,
yes.
where in the world are you
Yes.
going to have
Where in the
Thanksgiving?
world is Grandma Janie Velez? Woo, chit.
It's funny. One of DJ Naster's friends said, "Hey
Really
man,
has
I
friends?
listen to the podcast
Oh,
all the
really?
time."
You're here too, Hito? Why don't
But-
you call me?
But the thing is, he asked Renee. He
Yes.
goes, "Funny thing is, how come Super Granny only talks on Goonies microphone?
Because yours is, you're sitting in front of yours, you punk ass.
You're sitting in serio,
You shut up, Hito. I'm tired of your crap.
guys. We have an amazing show for you, but not until next week.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, it's just
Cool.
hang out a little bit for a few more minutes because we got some stuff to talk to you about.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
critical information that y'all need to know about.
Is it critical though?
Yep.
It
Oh,
just,
cynical. We have some
Cynical. Oh,
cynical messages that we need to talk to you about.
ooh, it's so cynical.
No,
Love
critical.
leads to Grandma Janie.
Wow.
Nah.
Simpleton.
Oh, yes. And you have no right
Dude,
to think of
did
me
you
like
see-
this.
oh, my gosh. Are you
I love to sing the blues. Hito. Let me get my accordion and I can do some canción de mi medianoche.
Grandma was drunk this early.
No,
This
I'm
morning.
not drunk this early. I'm just drunk that late.
Here we go.
It means something different.
Because did you watch the game last night? Chargers?
No, I didn't watch that.
Oh, my
I don't
goodness.
they won't give me credit. So I can't do it, Chargers.
No,
Nah,
that's
I can't do
enough.
that. I can't do that.
And what? Okay. Yeah.
Last time I said, they said, Grandma, can you drive me to work? And I said, no, I can't drive you.
And they said, you don't know how to drive, Grandma?
And I said, And I said, well, it's not that I don't know how to drive. It's just the city has asked me not to. And they asked me with extreme vergas. I mean, with extreme. But I tell them, if you really need to go somewhere, I can drive this foot right up your camp.
Hey, whoa,
yes.
Grandma,
Yeah.
Grandma.
You know, I'm funny. You know, I'm funny. Everybody says I'm funny. And then they look at me and they say, there's something funny about you. And I say, thank you.
Yeah.
And, you know, because, you know, when people, it's hard to get a word in edgewise when I'm talking. And when I'm not talking, it's still hard.
Is this an obsession that you need to talk about nothing for 10 minutes and 40 seconds into the show?
You've been doing it since last March, Hito. I'm just keeping up the family
Unbelievable.
tradition.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
I saw some games that here we go.
Here
we go.
No, I'm kidding, Hito. I'm just doing what you usually do. I'm filling up the air with bad manners, bad gas, and a little bit of bad hygiene.
It's probably
Oh yes.
that's probably about right.
Hello, Gene.
I think you're just a little upset because Dallas.
Oh no, you don't even talk
here
about
we
that.
go.
Oh no, you maricon or la pinche Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
You know what? I'm tired of this. I don't need to be here.
Okay, say goodbye to Super Granny.
Did the Spurs win?
Here we go.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow, Grandma.
You might want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys and how
yeah,
she
let's-
loves them so
well,
very much.
Remember how I told you last weekend was a good weekend because, you know, for Texas sports we had the Texans and everything. This weekend was kind of like half and half. It really
Más
was.
o menos.
Yeah, UTSA won. They beat North Texas, so they're still undefeated in the conference. So
Okay.
Still
And
looking
which,
good.
and which conference is that?
It's the American Athletic.
Okay.
Last year they were in the Conference USA,
Yes.
and they're the two-time defending champions. But they left that conference and have moved up with the big boys.
Why the
to
switch?
Because everything is moving towards super conferences. So a lot of those teams left the American Athletic and have gone to the Big 12, the ACC,
Interesting.
the Big 10. So now those lesser conferences are pulling from Conference USA and from Mid-Americans, the
right.
mid-majors. So now UTSA is going to be getting more exposure, playing more. They're actually going to be on ABC this week because they're like, dude, we need to get behind this.
Well, I
this
sure
team.
hope I get to see some teams on TV. You know, I cannot see my beloved Spurs because it's blocked in our area. Who does that?
You don't have Bally Sports?
No, not at $85 a month.
I'll give you my password.
No. Road beers.
Road beers. Well, that just means you got to watch the game over at Idle Beer Company.
That's where we're going to be tomorrow. We're going
yeah.
to take the Spurvert out there, and we're going to take Hades, the ladies' man.
Whoa.
Our little puppy.
The ladies' man.
Because
You know what he likes to do? He likes to do it in the...
What?
Never mind.
No.
Never mind. I'll tell you what.
Here we go.
Anyway, so the ladies' man, yeah, he drinks the Cavassier. with
Okay,
West
well, now
Side
the
Riley.
tape recorder is
Riley
well
Ripple.
aware.
I'm drinking Ripple.
I
today.
know.
In accordance with my who's Maya? What's her name?
Mayan.
Mayan. Yes, I used
In
to
accordance to the Mayans,
be. Yeah, I love their calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Their beer, not so much. But Firewater, hey, you know, we do what we do.
the tape recorder, keep up. Just keep
I'm-
up, okay?
I'm trying to keep it up,
Okay.
Hito, pero I don't, la pompa, it not gets out of air.
Is that all we have to talk about sports?
Okay, so anyway, back to me.
No.
A&M, they lost the bad game. It was a bad day, you know. UT, they won, but it was a bad day because they lost the lead, and then they had to come back and win from ahead.
Hey,
How do you
Super
almost
Granny,
come from ahead to lose, and then you win from the behind?
How about
Oh,
the?
yes,
how
doctor.
about your team, the Aggies?
No, the Aggies, they didn't do all right. The A&M, I say, look, man, you got the Eagles and you got the Iggies, and you know, Iggy Azalea, and she used to be there too. They dress up like milkmen. Then whenever they score, they make out in the big, and they do that.
That totally. Never
Have
mind.
you ever watched the Aggies play the football?
Never
and they
mind.
score, and the boys are dressed up like milkmen.
Yes,
And I'm like, where's my milk? And then he's trying to get some leche from his girlfriend right there. He's like, whoa, he went all the way to third base, and it
That's-
wasn't even a touchdown.
That's totally not what that is about.
If you ever watch it, I tell you.
Oh
look,
my gosh.
Try not to see a milkman going into third base every time they score.
Okay, talk about Milky.
Oh yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's Tyler and Taylor Swift.
I wonder how they're doing.
I think they're doing a lot. It looks like he's kind of on.
She's almost done with her album.
Oh yes, it's.
You know what that means? He's almost finished.
I heard it. He's done. He's done all right.
Wow.
He's going to write a song about himself. Is that Bernie Sanders sitting
Are
behind
we
him?
going to lose
Holy
listeners because we're talking about Swift?
We only have 3,
Okay.
and one of them is her. So yes, we're probably gonna lose her.
Okay.
We're sorry to see you go, trailer, pero you're all right. We like to watch you go, but we hate to see you leave.
Well, that leads me to a story that
Oh,
Super
yes.
Granny had said.
Oh,
As she
no.
went, she took her leaping Lena, her car,
Oh,
to
yes.
the store,
Oh, no.
and she said, "Man, help me! My car is making a horrible noise."
No,
And the guy, all he did was turn off the
Chicken?
Taylor Swift CD, and it was all good after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pauly Shore, we miss you.
Wow. Do we?
Get better.
Is he?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've heard his jokes. He just really needs to get better.
Oh my God.
Wow.
There goes Pauly.
Ask me, I'm going to give you one of the big secrets of comedy. Why don't you ask me, say, Greg, what is the biggest secret of comedy?
Greg, what is the best kept? What is the biggest secret toward
Timing!
What?
Never mind.
Here we go.
So anyway, yeah, Dallas lost. It was a bad day. But, I'm not half as mad as I used to be. I used to when the
It's
Spurs,
because you take. Never mind.
when the Spurs would lose and the Cowboys would lose, I would just stay away from sports talk radio. I wouldn't watch ESPN, at least for a few days, because it was just too much. It was a pain in the ass, and I didn't want anything to do with it.
And then he found St. John's wort. On those days.
But
when
yeah,
you're not
I found it on your butt cheek.
Whoa, here we go.
But anyway, speaking of warts on your butt cheek.
Whoa.
But now, that last game, the Cowboys, I was like, they really should have won that game by like double digits. If you think about the foot that they missed, the non-call on the pass interference when the dude tackled our tight end before the ball got there, and that's why his knee was on the ground when he caught it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a stupid thing. There's a reason why he was falling. It was because the guy behind him was looked like he was trying to push him to the doctor, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So anyway, so that is that. And so I'm not nearly as mad. I mean, if the Eagles are happy with that win, then they're gonna have a rude awakening soon, because the Cowboys are like, we really are better than them. We went into their crib and probably should have won by double digits.
Yeah.
Eagles dropped the ball 3 times and were lucky enough to jump on it all 3 times. This is one of those games that if one of those calls goes the other way, the Cowboys would have won, by about 15, 20 points.
Yeah.
So I'm not disappointed that they lost. It's not a moral victory. I don't do those. I don't do the participation medals and shit, stuff like that. So,
Okay.
So, for me, it's like I'm just not mad as I normally would be for the loss. Because Pop would say, if you're talking about the refs and what they should have called or what they didn't call, we shouldn't have put ourselves in that position. And the Cowboys did put themselves in a position where that one call did make the difference.
And that's the whole reason why Frank Sinatra used to clear his throat.
Exactly.
Can you
because
believe
sometimes you got to take a dump on a bar.
Yep.
And it depends on what kind of bar. Is it a barbell?
Come fight with me. Come fight. Let's fight away.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you can hit me in the chin, there's a bar in Far Bombay. Come fight with me.
Put it in your back. That guy knows what I'm talking about.
We do not own the rights.
That's all right. Bro, there's nothing right about that song. Holy crap.
We are not right.
We are not right. That's because we're left-handed.
That's because we don't own rights.
We don't even have it wrong. But
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that's going to do it.
Is it? No, it's
No.
not. We still got too much to talk about.
We haven't even started.
It's true. But I did want to make mention. I know I can't give any specifics yet.
Chicken
but
feed.
In spending a lot of time with my nephew, Dally, and brother, Julian, they are hard at work. We're actually all hard at work on this. The second annual Blue Collar Christmas Toy Drive and Music Showcase. We almost got the place nailed down. Oh, it's pretty much nailed down. We're just making sure before.
So it's already built.
Yes, they've already built it, and now it's time for them to come.
Okay, so we got nailed.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, before I give the date, and before I give the time and the lineup for the bands, we've already got 75%.
You got a band lineup
We got
already?
75% of the bands already lined up.
Dude.
A couple of big names were like, oh my gosh, if those guys show up, a lot of people are going to come.
That's awesome.
And there are going to be a lot of people there anyway. So let's hope that that's the case.
Well,
Fingers crossed.
last year was very, very successful. We had some cool dignitaries and municipality people.
Yeah, judges,
and
a lot of
leather.
folks.
There was a bag of leather there.
There's a bag of it was English leather too.
It was so awesome. I saw leather.
And the other thing is, last year they impacted 250 families. This year they want to at least double it. And I'm guessing with the venue that we have and the sponsors that are already on board, the bands that
and
are
the
on.
list of support I see from over here.
Yeah, and just I hate name dropping, but just
don't.
One of the folks who has been on our show before.
What?
We did an interview with him.
You mean I'm going to have to listen to all 236 episodes to find out who was on your show?
Listen to the True Bull Virtual Cast, and one of our True Bull Texas music spotlight artists is going to be there doing a special acoustic show. So they're already lined up, and another that we were trying to get that had fallen through before. He's also lined up as well to do an acoustic act.
Ramon?
No, but we're going to have some really cool acts.
Rust-Oleum?
I can tell you this much: Virtual Country will be there. And we will be there and square. We're looking at some special guest artists that if they're not able to do a whole set, they're going to come in and do a few songs. Just
pick up a one of those jalapeno brisket burgers.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that'll give you an idea of where it's going to be as well.
Whoops.
So
you can scratch out McDonald's.
It's a barbecue place that it kind of gets a little bit hazy sometimes because of all the smoke. But I heard they have this bar and it like goes really really high into the sky. Some people call it like a bar in the sky or something like that. But it's a barbecue place, that has a lot of smoke.
The sky.
And I went fall to pieces. Whoa.
22 minutes, Bob.
That's what she said. Wow, that's like 4 times.
Yeah.
But anyway, so if you're trying to put things together, it's close to the Ides of December. When we're going to be having that.
Fantastic.
It's going to be a great time.
Okay.
It'll be an almost all-day event. As soon as people wake up from Friday night, just come on over.
Yes, from Almost.
Almost Park. Yes.
I love pork. I was parking in Almost. I almost porked.
Any of you Belgians that are out there,
I love their waffles.
in the area,
yes.
please come out.
Thank you. I always want to say one thing. I never get to talk on here. Where's Rini? Is he over here? What is he doing?
He's doing his thing. He's volunteering time right now at the food bank.
Oh, yes. I did time once as well.
Thank you, DJ.
We all do that. We do time. Make
that's
mistakes.
Just what you do.
Nobody's perfect. And if those want to talk about it, they can pass the first stone. So, it's like that. Pero we just leave it like that. Matter of fact, we don't do what we do and we know what we know, but we don't really think what we want. And we're over there.
I totally don't know.
I know. So anyway, so what I wanted to say was, you guys are doing a great thing. You're getting food for the boys and toys for the kids and chicken and cheese. It's a good thing. You want to help people and you're very happy and I like it. And then so whenever you want to announce that Super Granny's coming back to save Christmas or save Thanksgiving or whatever I save, you just let them know that it's coming. So I don't know when to tell them. We really need to do it.
Super Granny.
Yes.
I think that is the most genuine, down-to-earth, special thing that I have ever heard you say.
What?
Never mind.
Oh yes, I like to say things all the time. Sometimes it comes out right, sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes I just fart. So anyway, so I can tell you, it's all the frijolesito, I like to talk about things and I don't even know. So anyway, so I like it when they just say this back to me. Timmy, you're doing a great job. I mean, I never hear from you, and even when I come to see you on the podcast, I don't hear you then either. What's wrong with your voice? Is there something wrong? Something you're not telling us?
I'm speechless. That's what it is.
Oh, yes. I have that effect on many, many people. It takes me back, like 2 days ago, I was over there, and now I'm here, and it always takes me back. I sometimes I get a little mentiras, the feelings of the.
Is that even a word, Grandma?
It doesn't matter. Because what I'm trying to say is something, okay? So here I was with all my mentiras, todo jale, and then I get all over with the place, and then I think, I'm just right there.
Wow.
You're speechless again? Okay, let me keep going. So then there I was, bare-assed in Brooklyn.
No, Super Granny, thank you so very much.
Oh, yes.
This episode brought to you.
It was episode 237 this time. This time it really was 237. So hopefully you fix it. It doesn't break anything, and then we don't have to break it off. That it was brought to you as by all the Enserios, the John Hughes and the Freddys and the Testicles and all the Jones and Tracy and El Daly's, the Tactical Finish and Mimosa Studios and all and Arnulfo from Sub Block C. He's
Guys,
like, I got a question for him. How many times have they pushed up your stool? Oh,
you know full well.
Hey, you don't call me a fool.
Who this is brought to you by,
It's
and we
brought
thank
to
you so very, very
all over
much.
that place. I thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
No, that's not right.